So this is the slum area. It's the biggest in Makati.
While the Philippines is known for its beautiful islands, the less popular truth is that the country is extremely impoverished. From swimming in filthy rivers to kids bathing in the streets to visible homelessness everywhere you go, the Philippines obviously has an issue. In this episode, we're going to be diving into that issue and showing you a side of the country you may have never known existed. On this rainy afternoon, we are currently in Makati. Makati is a city in the Philippines Metro Manila region, just a few minutes away from beautiful infrastructure such as the BGC and the Greenbelt. And when I say a few minutes, I am not exaggerating. You can literally walk 10 minutes from these places and see kids on the streets begging for money. Sad reality, but the truth is the truth. Today, we'll be toured around the slums of Makati by Jojo. Jojo is a guy I met in February during my first visit to the Philippines. The first time I met him, he was homeless. During this trip, when I randomly ran into him, he informed me he was no longer homeless and he insisted I come and see his place. He told me that he was in the slums, but it would still be worth visiting. The purpose of this video is simply to educate. I don't think it's honest or fair to show the beautiful beaches, the amazing women, the appealing prices, and not show this side of the same city. Anyways, that's enough of me talking. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, enjoy the video.
Hey guys, listen up. We're gonna go in a residential area here. So where out here, this is the tourist area. What you see out here is what the government wants you to see. Now, if you want to see the reality of things, you go to like the local area where you meet regular and local people. People that are not instructed to pretend who they are. They're the real deal. So we're gonna go in actually a bit slum area, and this is how you're gonna see how the real Filipinos living off a few dollars a day. And some of them, they have no choice. You know, the government does not provide for support. We don't have no welfare out here. Unlike, that's why back in the US, all you guys gotta be thankful that the government provides full support to you guys. There are countries, there are people out here who's not getting that opportunity. And so we're stuck on something, so you gotta work harder. The only reason why you're not gonna be able to survive out here in Manila, to all you my brothers, is when you're lazy. So, you know, no matter how bad the situation is, man, like, look, you're gonna see the reality of shit. So welcome aboard, guys. We're gonna take a jeepney. Actually, the jeepney originated from the American military jeep, the Willys Jeep. During World War II, this is what they used. What the Filipino did is, like, the Americans left it here, like thousands of them. So what the Filipino did was they like extended the body. The front is like still like a Willys Jeep, but they extended it like a limo to get more passengers. So this is the most cheapest and the most common transportation you can avail here in the Philippines. It's a bit rough ride, but it's the cheapest transportation.
Yeah. So do you just like wait here for it and it comes to pick you up, or how does it work?
We'll wait for about 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Usually on a Saturday, there's quite a bit of them. And the front of it, they originated from a Willys Jeep. And we're boarding this Jeep right here. So bear with us, guys. They even have some great music, you know.
Yeah. About how much does this cost?
Cheap, like 26.
26.
When you pay, you have them say bayad. Bayad means pay.
Bayad?
Bayad po. Pakisuyo lang. Yes, dalawa. You're gonna be amazed, guys. Like, watch this.
What area is it?
It's in the city of Makati.
Makati.
But it's in the slum area.
Okay.
Watch this, you guys. Like, watch carefully on how we go through all this. Like, you observe how people react. May this be a great learning experience for you guys. So when you get to the Philippines, you provide yourself a tool that you can use for you not to get to certain pathways to where you're gonna put yourself in danger, or you're gonna lose your investment, or you're gonna lose the money for your holiday. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you have the money or not, spend it wisely. So kind of pick up the do's and the don'ts and educate yourself. So just bear with us, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And it's exciting.
Okay. Stay tuned.
Hang on.
Stay tuned.
And we just got off a GP. This area is called PRC. This is one of the residential areas here in Makati. So where majority of the workers that you see where we came from, like the hotels and bars, majority of the workers there, they live here. So you'll be surprised when you see like somebody you know. Okay. Anyway, this is the regular area where regular people stay. Let's go, you guys. Follow us. Okay. You're very much surprised. Like out here, a regular meal will cost you like $1. Like the price here is like way much cheaper compared to the price that you're gonna see where we came from.
Okay.
So if you get yourself familiar with this particular area, like your cost of living will be much better. Like you can stay in that particular area and like go here and do your shopping. Like those sports hats. Like just one example, I want to show you guys. Super demo dito, man. Like see all these sports caps. They're really beautiful. And because of these hats are so cheap, you'll be amazed. And the quality is like amazing. And so if you're in the Makati area, you come and see Uncle, he sells all these caps.
Especially.
And you come and see him, he'll give you a good discount.
Yeah.
All those beautiful sports caps for $5.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Back home, they sell for about what?
30, 40, 50, something like that?
Huge of a difference.
Yeah. Yeah, so this area, it isn't too far from where we just came. But what do you think about foreigners staying here? You think they will
Oh, yes.
be safe, feel comfortable, or?
A few foreigners are actually now staying here.
Okay.
The thing is, it's safe. You're gonna get comfortable. First of all, is you need to learn how to be flexible.
Okay.
Meaning, to start with, come and hang out with the locals, for a couple of days or, a week. And then from there, you can see how they are.
Okay.
You can see how they do things. You can see how you can, that's a foreigner right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We have a few foreigners that stay in this particular area.
Okay. And just for the people that don't know, how long have you been back in the Philippines now?
I've been back for a few years, like a couple of years before the pandemic.
Okay.
And when I first got here, brothers, I felt so alienated. Like all my life, I lived back in the US. I grew up in West Covina, Baldwin Park area. Then we moved to Moreno Valley. I traveled from California to Texas. I stayed in Lake Tahoe, Nevada. So basically, I'm so used to that American culture. So when I got back here, it's like people look at me like, oh, you're Filipino, but you're an American. You don't belong here. I felt so alienated. I have to adjust to a lot of things. But now I have to live my life. But then, we're raised back in the US, so we're flexible. We can flex, man. We can actually adapt to the community real quick.
Yeah.
All it is like I said earlier, it's got to be real.
Yeah.
And that's the main secret. Because when you're real, whatever difference it is that you have from the others, you will learn how to adjust. Because you're real. You're not hypocritical about things. So that's how you can cope up with your society. You just be real. Even though there's a huge of a difference, being real can make you realize what you need to change and how you can be flexible in doing things.
Gotcha.
All right, hopefully I'm making some sense here, But come on, let's go, you guys.
You think at this point you're pretty, the community is pretty familiar with you?
With me?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I managed to survive out here, but my first couple of years was hell.
Okay.
Like nobody would actually speak to me. People would like hide things from me. Like when you go to this particular area, people are doing some things within the community that is out of the norm. When I say out of the norm, it's like being a secret society. If you're not from that particular area, you're not familiar with the culture, you would not be able to participate nor be a part of what they do. So they have some activities that's out of the norm. I should put it that way. They do it in a very discreet manner. And so when I got here, people are doing it and I am not allowed to participate until I show them my real me. And, I show them how I do things. And now, sometimes they invite me to join them, to be a part of the community. But before, man, it took me a bit of a time to actually adjust to them. I'm talking about a hard time. But when they saw the real me, then things become so easy. You're gonna notice a huge difference, like I said earlier, from where we came from to where we're going. By the way, if you belong to a certain religious group or something like that, it's much better that when you get into these places that you stay neutral. Don't discuss any of your religious background or whatever, because we may be so-called a Roman Catholic country or Christian, But then again, I am so sorry to say this. If you observe what's going on in your community, you're probably like, wow, you'll be amazed. Like whatever it is that our parents have taught us, or biblically or whatever, like just the norms of society. When you get in here and then you start to observe things, how they do it, you're probably, oh man, you'd be disgusted.
Yeah.
You know, so then when you see all these things, then you're gonna consider yourself very lucky that you're back in the States or back in other countries to where they don't practice shit like this.
Okay. How's it going?
By the way, you know, when I say things, I just say it the way I see it.
Yeah.
I do not plastic coat anything. And I'm probably the only real person that you're gonna meet out here who will tell you exactly what is going on. Everybody will be hiding things from me, you know. But I say it the way I see it. You know, one reason why I say it the way it is so, for example, our viewers and your subscribers will be on a safe side. When they see this video, then they will put themselves in a situation where they're gonna be safe. They will know what to do and what not to do. They would know where to go and what places to avoid.
Yeah.
Okay? There's nothing like taking a video on some places or some things that is 100% real. That way, people that will watch it will know exactly what to do. Who knows? You might save some lives by disclosing all the information out here, the way it is, right? If you watch the video, you probably put yourself in a much safer situation. Oh, shit everywhere. The little kids, they have no means of making money. They're ill, you know?
That's one thing I've noticed here in the Philippines, specifically Manila. Like, it's a lot of kids that are on the streets.
Correct.
Like, kids, I see them dirty, like, haven't bathed, like, asking for money, like, all that type of stuff. It blows my mind.
That's why you're very lucky. You can go out on vacation. You can stay in a nice hotel. So, you know, don't take things for granted.
Yeah.
The way, when you see other people, the way they live, you're gonna thank God.
Yeah.
You're in America. You're gonna thank God you're an American and you're not living like them. You're gonna thank God that the government will provide support for you. You're gonna think that Uncle Sam will risk its freaking life for you guys because you're an American.
Yeah.
You're gonna see the unity of American people. So when you're out there, you're not gonna see this. But when you're out here, you're gonna know how other countries go.
Yeah.
You're gonna think, God damn, I'm so thankful you're an American.
Yeah. Real.
You know, the little kids, it's not their fault being brought up to this world.
Yeah.
All right? I want you to remember this. It's the fault of this irresponsible parent. We just want to have sex and have fun, and next thing you know, when they get pregnant, they leave the kids. We need to stop doing this.
Yeah.
What they do. Everybody, like this guy. Look at what he's having for lunch. Just children out here living a life to where they worry on where they would get their next meal. Aren't we lucky we don't have to do that?
Yeah.
They spend so much time worrying, stressed out over some food that they're gonna eat for the next meal, you know? And we don't, you don't. See? Anyway, we're going to the grocery store and we're gonna grab
My fault.
cookies. If you're watching this and you wanna help out the community, then forget it. Don't provide donation to a lot of these non-government organizations or the government. If you give something for this poor community, if you give 1,000 pesos to the government, lucky if these poor people will get 10 pesos out of it. If you give 1,000, lucky if they get 10 pesos. So what you do, you want to donate, you go to the store, you buy them rice and you feed them directly. That way these government officials would not take any cut. You understand what I'm saying though, right?
How many meals you think the average person out here is able to get? You think they're able to get three meals a day, or one,
No.
two?
Not everybody gets to eat breakfast. Main thing's lunch and dinner. So, you know, that's an average. You know? But like, see that guy that we just passed? He's eating some spoiled freaking rice
Yeah.
out of a rich guy's fucking cooking pot.
Yeah.
And he's still gonna have to eat it. It's a matter of survival. Right. So this is like the local grocery store to where we're gonna get groceries. or cookies for the little kids. Yeah, these are like really cheap cookies. Should be enough. You know, maybe it may not be a lot, but you know, when you give out to the kids, you see it later. You see the smile on their faces, and they're very innocent. You know, they're young kids,
Yeah.
and it's the fault of this irresponsible parent, bringing them in this world and not being responsible for what they did. Right? Not good.
Okay, so all of that came out to $6. Not $6, but 623 pesos.
That's $12. It may not be a lot, but this small grocery out here is so big for them little kids.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're gonna see guys how me and my friend will distribute it to the little kids. So you can see how happy they are. Like, and bring smile to these unfortunate people. Like, put a smile on these kids.
Yeah.
It's not even like $14. You know, when you're in the entertainment area, you spend hundreds of dollars for a girl or a chick. And then after that, it's done. You know.
Yeah.
Out here, man, these little kids will remember you.
Yeah.
So whenever you come to this area, they will remember your face. Oh, that guy over there, that American guy, gave us this.
Yeah.
So you put a little bit of smile in their faces, man. It's so much, it's priceless, you know? How can you be able to spend a couple of $100, right? To get like an hour of entertainment, paying these girls, these working girls, right? Now, knowing and seeing this video, it's kind of like reflect on your own personality. Like, this is worth $14 compared to $100, right? And maybe an hour and a half of your time visiting these kids. I mean, you cannot just rely on people, put your money up and rely on people to do this for you. Do it on your own.
Yeah.
You cannot rely on the government. Like I said, if you give 1,000 pesos to the government, lucky if this poor community will get 10 pesos out of it. That's just the way it is. You know, so, you know, you want to have some life-changing experience, come and visit Makati, come and see Jojo. And Jojo will actually show you the reality of things.
Yeah.
Not just what the government wants you to see, but this is exactly what's going on in our community.
You know what's also awesome about you, bro? Every time I see you, you always have a very high spirit about yourself. You know that?
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
man.
And that's a blessing from God. And, you know, like I will never surrender.
Yeah.
I would live and survive. And not only that, you know, you live and let live. So whatever it is that I'm doing, you know, God is providing for me. And in any way I can, even in the smallest way possible, I would give back.
Yeah, for sure. Man. What's going on, family? Jojo. What's up, brother?
Tawagin mo yung mga bata sa lobby. This is one of the area where we're actually providing for some blessings. You know?
Yeah. What's going on? You good, brother?
What's your name?
Joshua.
Joshua.
Yeah, I like the Bible. Wait, trying to you. What's going on, family?
Yeah, that's us.
Hey, what's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
My YouTube is Peace Love Shoe. Yeah. What's your name?
Joshua.
Joshua. Your name?
Joshua.
We got the same name?
Joshua.
Yeah. That's my name.
Joshua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your name too? My brother.
Here, you distribute it to the kids.
Okay.
Oh, pila lang daw.
Yeah, let's get in line. There you go, my little brother. Yes, sir.
Josh na rin yung pangalan eh.
Eh, nagtundo kayo.
Ito na lang, isa na Kanya!
We gotta form a line.
Hoy, pila ka na!
Form a line. One person at a time. There you go.
Miss na.
There you go. Get in line. You gotta get in the back of the line. You trying to be sticky.
Kami, hindi ko makilala.
Thank you.
Bigyan mo ko din.
You gotta get in the back of the line, brother. Thank you.
I must admit, I was a little conflicted in this moment. I was giving out food that I would never purchase or consume myself. It was processed cookies with artificial ingredients, and you know, it's not much good about that. I originally wanted to give out water and bananas, but he insisted we do this, so I went along with it. Anyways, as you can see, the people are hungry, so no complaints besides them wanting more. After we finished this, it was time to explore how these people, including the kids, are actually living.
There you go. Go, yeah.
Oh man.
That was fun. No more na. Bigyan mo siya mga.
Yeah, bro.
Ay, bigyan mo siya mga. Ay.
Thank you.
We're gonna go to the deepest part of it. Like you're gonna see the inside of it,
Okay.
and that's where you're gonna see how people really live.
Okay.
All right. So this is a bit of a parental guidance.
Yeah.
Parental guidance. You're gonna see like things that are so you might see how poor the community is. This is where people lives, and trust me, my situation out here, being in one of the rooms that I'm like renting with them, I probably have the most cleanest and the best room there is.
Okay.
Because people like live like next to the trash and all that stuff. So this is parental guidance. Bear with us. You're gonna see some things that your children back home would not. You don't want to see your kids see. But this is the reality of things. You know, so just bear with us, guys. Come on, you ready?
Let's go.
Come on, guys. Watch your head. You can see that trash all over. This is the living condition up here. And hi, how are you? Jesus, thank you. And as you see, in the inside part of it, they have like store.
You store, you buy,
So we can have access to. Hey, watch your step, you guys. There's a bunch of crap out here. The particular area here does not have a. Put your trash in there. They'll pick it up. As you can see, we don't have any sewer. So when somebody take a shower or a bath, the water actually piles up. You know.
Hi.
Bibigyan natin,
Hello.
bibigyan natin. Come on.
Hello.
Bibigyan natin, no problem. Come on in, you guys.
The whole floor is underwater.
Come on in, guys.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Whenever leave. Come on in, you guys. Oh, ain't that the jungle? Have a seat.
Yeah.
These are my clothes. This is where I hang my clothes. This is basically my living condition.
Okay.
Majority of the stuff you see in here are from recyclable. Like my fan, that came from a computer thing. Like everything that's junk, I try to build it up again so I can use it. Like I have my electric fan, I have my lighting, you know, I have all kinds of stuff. I have my blower and everything up here. We have a washing machine here and a dryer, but basically you're living almost outside the trash bin. And some of the guys out here, they live exactly right inside the trash bin.
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough that I have to live outside. Makati is a very expensive place to live. So even in the slum area, the value of the rent or the amount of the rent that you pay out here is still way much more expensive compared to the other slum area. You know, but this is one of the safest slum areas there is. Back in Manila or in other cities, there's still gang wars that exist. Out here in these slums, gang wars does not exist anymore. We're trying to put up like peace. We try to advertise peace with everybody. We try to make peace with them. You know, we don't mess with gangs and all that stuff. And we don't put up with any religion. You know, it's better that we're non-denominational. That way we can be flexible to everybody else.
What do you think the average Filipino person could do to make the community situation better?
Have one. Basically, number one is we need to be united. Cause like I said, I keep on telling a lot of these Filipino guys that during World War II,
40,000 American soldiers died defending Filipinos from the Japanese, right? And yet, you know, nowadays, for a little bit of money from the Chinese guys, they will turn their back around from the Americans and side with the Chinese. And I keep on telling them, you know what, you have to show a little bit more gratitude to the Americans, because you could probably not be here today if not for the Americans. You could have probably been killed by the Japanese during World War II if not for these guys. So you need to learn how to show gratitude to them, but yet, no, they don't. For a little bit of money, they would hate these guys, the Americans, and say, you know, the Chinese are blah, 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 really good, but no, they're not.
How do you go about renting a spot out here?
I'm here in this spot for some reason. Number one, I do not have enough money to go to other places. Second, I figure this is going to be very educational for me, being out here with a regular community. Because if you're not from here, you would not see what these people are doing. You would not learn more about their culture. You would not know how to be flexible and adjust to their needs. So how can you be able to live a real life living with these type of people? You have to learn. So for me, not only just because I cannot afford to be in a much better place, but for me, I am taking this on a positive way to where it's going to be really, really educational for me, to where I have to do some housework with the other guys. Whenever there's an occasion, I manage to provide a little bit something for them. You know, many things that you can learn out from here. I thought I know more about Filipino compared to you guys, because, you know, I am Filipino now. I grew up here until I was 16. But when I got back here, I am definitely wrong.
Yeah.
I felt so alienated, like I'm not even knowing what they're doing. I'm not very much familiar with the culture. Because back then, it's not as diverse as it is now. Back then, when you're from Manila, all you see out here are Manila people. When you're from the province, you see out here in Manila, it's so diverse that we get all types of cultures from all over the Philippines. And a lot of these cultures I'm not familiar with.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So are most of these rooms about this size?
Yes.
So you're here by yourself. What does the average person look like? Are they also in here by
Family.
themselves, or is
No,
like family?
family.
Yeah.
Usually on a room like this, they would fit in 4 people.
4 people.
And this is only like, the width is maybe 2 meters.
Yeah. And you can't
By
stand up in
6
here for the
meters.
record.
And you cannot even stand.
You can't stand in here for the record.
So we're like all, you know, bending.
Yeah. Let me show y'all. I'm
But-
bending, you know?
If you see, it may be a lot of old stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm clean.
No, for sure.
I try to make it clean.
Yeah.
If you're gonna look at the other places,
Different.
nasty. It smells. I have my hamper, my
Yeah.
clothes.
I feel it though. How long you been here now?
Like a couple months.
Couple months? Okay.
The rent is so cheap.
Yeah.
$100 a month,
$100 a month.
including electricity and water.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah. And the protection, of course, you
Yeah.
get protected here by,
Okay.
you know, we make sure that there's one person on the front who watches
Yeah. Okay.
24/7.
Yeah.
And we, you know, hand them out coffee and stuff.
Yeah.
And we feed them a little bit.
Yeah. I'm okay. Thank you.
And so there's a little bit more expenses than what you think there is.
Let me ask you, like, that protection is what is the protection from?
I'm gonna be very honest with you. Like I said, this is 100% real. In the Manila area, if you're looking for certain illegal things, the first place where you're gonna go to is the slum area. Like drugs, for example, like hoes, like working girls, prostitutes. The first thing the best place or the first place that you're gonna go to is the slum area. So this is the slum area. It's the biggest in Makati. So when you're looking for those certain things, where are you gonna go?
To the slums.
Slums. I mean, it ain't no difference in the States. You go to the hood. Right, and this is the hood. This is where you can avail dope. This is where you can avail hookers. And if you want some bad boys to be working for you, this is also the place where you can find them. So basically all it is all up in here. So then we have boys out there watching like 24/7, and you know, if you're a resident here, you should know how to compensate them. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Just for you to be safe. And we have like a 24/7 electrician guy because we cannot afford to get even a small fire here. It's
Yeah.
gonna burn shit.
Mm.
So we have an electrical guy who's monitoring everything. Because when you see all these wires like tapped into whoever and it's all legally tapped, you know,
They're
there's
dangerous.
fires. Yeah, they are very dangerous. So rainy days, we cannot afford to go to the pharmacist every time. Paracetamol, one of the biggest thing around here.
Okay.
If you go to the pharmacist, it's expensive. This one is at no cost. Some guys, this is expired about a month, but it still works.
Okay.
So some guys came up to us and said, hey, you know, this is cheap. So instead of us buying or paying for a lot of money, get a whole bottle of paracetamol, keep you away from fever and headaches. Basic needs that you need to have.
Mm.
And of course, a good heart and just be real.
Mm.
Selfishness would not take you nowhere.
Mm.
I can just, whatever it is that we buy, I could just tell you a little bit of extra for myself, but no. You cannot be like that. You have to think about the whole community.
You know what's so interesting? Like, I went to Olangapo. I'm okay. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
But that's something I think that's lacking in the Filipino community.
Mhm.
I think everybody's trying to get a come up, right? Everybody's trying to make money.
Correct.
But I think when you go about it in a greedy way, people are less likely to want to support what's
Right.
going on. When you try to take advantage of people, but if you show people like I was more than willing to come and find you because of how you treated me last time we met. But if you tried to take
Burn you.
advantage of me, burn me, this would never happen.
Correct. It would never happen again. You see, this is how I look at things. Whenever you're trying to accomplish a goal, you know, like you said, you know, when you try to come up with money, if you did not have any, like, if your intention is not coming from a great heart, even if you come up with that and make your money, it will never last.
Yeah.
It would only be superficial and temporary. Next thing you know, you're broke again.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do things slowly, and number one, whatever you do in your life, put God first in everything you do, and everything else will follow. That's a guarantee from me.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
I was a survivor out on the streets.
For sure.
That's a fact.
For sure.
No matter how small it is, no matter how big it is. You know, you don't have to be a religious type of guy. You know, when you start doing things, you go, God, thank you, bless me for whatever it is that I'm going to do for today. No matter how much problem it is that I carry within myself, you handle it. I'm giving you all the burdens that I carry because I cannot handle it no more. I'm just a human being. So, whenever you ask God for that, and He will give it to you, He'll handle all your pain and your suffering. And Jesus Christ died on the cross. God gave His only begotten Son. Can you imagine? Are you a father?
I'm not a father. No, not yet.
So can you imagine how would a father would feel putting your son to carry that cross
Yeah.
and die?
Yeah.
I'm a father myself. I can't even take that someone will punch my kid. I'll
Yeah.
feel really, really bad about it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine God knows that Jesus will go through that pain and suffering?
Jesus is the answer, is the way.
And did you see what I had on my door?
What?
That sticker?
I didn't see it.
Look, this may be a slum area, but here I have the most valuable treasure it is that you can find in this earth. The poorest of the poorest community, and yet look what I have.
The only one who has power to save. Jesus.
I have the most expensive treasure it is that you'll find in this whole earth, even though I'm in a poor community. The poorest of the slums, and yet I have this baby. So guys, if you're watching this video, you have to consider yourself very lucky. Stop bitching about your car. It's 2 years, 3 years old. Stop bitching about you're not wearing Calvin Klein jeans. You know, stop bitching about you're not having all this leather from Louis Vuitton. You know, you stop bitching about you're not driving a 325i convertible. You're just driving a Toyota. Stop it. There are people out here who's living a life like this, and yet we cannot manage or we cannot be able to complain about it, because the more we complain, the harder it is gonna be for us. Because when you complain, that's negative. Dude, it's such a negative situation. You gotta be the opposite, brother, or else you're gonna die. You see what I'm saying? Be thankful to your parents, be thankful to your community, be thankful to your friends, and to people who's there for you when you need them. And don't take them for granted. Because when you lose them, that's when you're gonna realize, especially when you get to times like this, when there's nobody else who's gonna be there for you, like what happened to me. I'm on my own, and yet, that's when I found God. That's when I found Jesus. You know, when you're all out, that's when you're gonna find Him. And You know, I'm not a religious type of person, whether you call it God or Allah, when you're Muslim, whatever. You know, you just gotta have a higher power, and you have to believe in that higher power truly. And trust me, guys, you can never go wrong. Like, dude, I've been challenging all these rich people back in Makati Avenue where all the foreigners are. I'm challenging them, hey, come, see what you can do to me. Put me down, you know, and they'll spend money and do this, you give them a hard time. And yet, look at me. Baby, baby.
Yeah.
I am from the land of the free because of the brave like you guys. So I thank you and salute you guys.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Jojo.
This rice to a lady who's by herself. She lost the husband, and she's so cool because she takes care of all the stray dogs. And she got sick last week. Timothy is Jojo. May iabot lang kami. May iabot lang. So, maybe sila? Oh, bigas lang eh. Her name is Marisa.
Hello, Marissa. How you
She
doing?
takes care of all the stray dogs around here. Ciao, ciao, hi. My dog, come here. So, look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Yep. Okay.
Bye-bye. Nasa yung tutang isa?
What's going on?
Huwag pa bibili ah. Bye-bye. Balik ako mamaya. You know, you just made watch your head, kind of duck a little bit. Okay, you just made her very happy.
Yeah.
You know, 2 kilos of rice would last her probably 4 or 5 days. Four kilos, 2 kilos would last her for about 4 days.
Wow. You know, I was always interested. Like, I see these setups, but I've never been inside of it. I've never been inside of it, and so I never.
You see people shower on the street.
Yeah.
That's why I consider myself so lucky, brother. Like, but when I first started to live here, I have to do so much adjustment. You know, like I have so much hard time dealing with people. You know, like I did not know their culture, and I managed to learn how to adjust to it. You know, it's a lot of work, but somebody's got to do the job.
Yeah.
You know.
You're the guy.
So, I'm doing my part to my community and to you guys because I'm telling you like what's really going on in here. That way, when you get back to the Philippines or when you go on vacation, you don't put your life at risk. Then you know how people are living. You know how you're gonna deal with people when you get back here. So I'm providing enough information, and hopefully you learn from it. That you pick up a little bit of like a tip or to put in your head. So when you get back here, you have a little bit of knowledge or a tool. You would know how to make these guys happy. It's not all about the money that you give them. It's the way you present yourself.
Yeah. And how you treat them too.
Correct. Just being real is like the most important thing that you need to have when you go here in our area.
Okay.
When you're not real, man, people can sense you coming a mile away.
Yeah.
It's not like when you're in the red light district, people out there, they don't give a shit if you're real or not. People would care how much money you got in your pocket.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
What's like, do people steal in that area? Like, let's say you walked in there with a bag of goods and you dropped them off in your room and you walked off. Will people go into your room?
Yes.
Yes?
Definitely.
Okay.
This is one of the most craziest shit I've experienced out here. You help them out. You almost give them whatever it is that you end up putting in your mouth. Whatever it is that you're gonna eat, sometimes you have to sacrifice and give it to them. You help out your neighbors for whatever it is that you can afford. And yet, you have to be very, very careful. And before I used to be really, really upset because I leave shit, next when I come back, it's gone. I used to get so upset with this. So now I've learned how to cope up with it. What I do not put any belongings in there that people might need. Okay? I just bring enough
to last me for the day.
Yeah,
But if I have extra and if people see that,
they gonna want it.
most definitely they're gonna open your door when you're not there, and nobody would talk shit about it. Not one person in there. They're all united. You know, especially when you're really not in there.
Yeah.
So like for example, I got me some shoes. I left it, and there's a guy there that I trusted. The guy that I kind of trusted like ripped me off, took my shoes and sold it. And when I asked anybody there, nobody said shit.
Yeah.
So basically, it's their turf. You know, I'm just a visitor living there. You know, God knows for how long. But sometimes I'm ashamed to claim that I'm part of them because, you know, like I said, I'm gonna tell you guys the things that the way I see it, and you know, I'm being honest with you. Like, they will take it. You know, anything that has value, they would take it. So basically, you want to keep things there safely. You have to have like a government who lives there like 24/7, who's gonna watch for your spot.
Okay.
Because if they know that you're like me single, in the evening I'm in Makati, I'm in the tourist area. The moment I stepped out, people are already there,
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to open my lock.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. Do you see people that are bathing on the streets?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I bathe on that small room. I
Yeah.
have no bathroom.
Okay.
I get a pail of water and I bathe there.
Yeah.
And yet I maintain to stay clean.
So let me ask you, when it rains hard, how does that area look?
See, it's not even raining now, right? But you see the pile of water? Part of my job there, helping out the community, is to fetch water, take the water out of there. Because we have no drainage system. That particular land actually was pawned into a bank by the owner. The owner, they're abroad, right? So it was a vacant lot and people start squatting. Start building, you know, place there. So before, legality-wise, before people can actually get them evicted, it'll take a long process. See what I mean?
Got you. Any last words you want to say to the people?
Well, you guys, like I said earlier, you gotta consider yourself very, very lucky, where you don't have to go to the same situation like I do. You're blessed. You got a roof over your head. You got a nice job, nice car. You're financially stable. Out here, even though we want to reach a certain goal, God hasn't given that opportunity to us yet. You know, when you ask God for something, He will give it to you. Not your time,
God's time.
in God's time.
Yeah.
So, number one character that you have to have being out here is you need to have a lot of patience. Never, ever, ever, ever give up. See what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta fight hard. And nowadays, as you see, the community, a little bit of money from the Chinese, they side with the Chinese. A little bit of money that the Americans give, they side with the Americans. They don't have no stability.
Yeah.
That is very wrong.
Yeah.
No matter what the situation is, I stay where I'm at.
Yeah.
I stay to where all the Americans are. I will provide service for them even though I won't get compensated for it. I will provide service for them no matter what.
For sure.
See, because that's the only country that gave me an opportunity. And my children are there. That country gave me the beauty of having my kids to grow up in there in such a very great life.
Okay. There you
So
go.
you guys bless, God bless America. Hopefully you see more of you guys out here, and it'll be A-okay.
Yeah.
Peace, you guys.
Peace. Hey man, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. This has been a very real vlog, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch up with y'all next time.